Hey guys. Okay, so Maggie hasn't hopped on yet, so I just decided to start anyway. Maggie, if you're listening, I sent you a link via email. There's also one in the chat, a new one. Sorry, I had copied the link of the last show because Jordan wanted it, so he could forward that out. And um, yeah, so gave you the wrong link. This is so weird talking to myself. I've done that for quite a while. So yeah, please, Maggie. And Torstein, first. You were first. Scroll up. Bio beat you. Adam Thomas beat you. Eshiva beat you. Book Hermit beat you. Come on now. Okay, so hopefully Maggie and Sandy just messaged me. So she just got home, so she's got to, probably freshen up a little bit. Um, do things when you just get home. Exactly what we do. I gotta tell you, of course, I always say this. I'm tired, but I work a full time job, and then I do this. So yeah, I gotta tell you, I'm a little tired. Um, so did you guys? I know you. I seen you, Torsten, on the last show. It was like an hour ago. Um, did you like it? Okay, I'm tripping on the concept or corrupt elections all across the country that Greg Palast has exposed it. I'm tripping even more because it's like USA Americans are saying elections aren't real. So what? Move on. I know. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, never worked a fun job. I'm lazy, old man. Oh, you're funny. Look, Herbert. Uh, anyway, Shiva, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. You're tripping on the corrupt elections all across the country. Yeah, I mean, we know that we don't have exactly um, verifiable elections. There's purges. Um, there was purges of registrations. The people who were registered suddenly were not registered, or they were registered under a different party, so they couldn't vote for the party they wanted to, which I think is ridiculous. Even in this backwards state, you can change your registration right up to the time of voting. You can go in there and say, I want to be, you know, I want to vote Republican, I want to vote Democrat or whatever in the primary. So I don't understand um, that. I in other places, I guess we weren't really a a battleground state, so I guess that's probably why we have that freedom. People should be storming the streets. Yeah, I agree 100% because the elections aren't going to save us at this point because we're not a battleground state. The only thing we face is gerrymandering, which also is completely unfair. The Republicans have run the state for years and years and years, so they have gerrymandered it so only small districts will get Democrats and everybody else will be Republican. My area, who has Mitt Romney as a representative, shares the same area as Happy Valley, which is very Mormon. And the county I live in is actually the most democratically leaning county in the whole state. So, I mean, I think Salt Lake County might be, I don't know. There was a thing that came out a couple of years ago that said that Tooele County was even more Democratic leaning than Salt Lake County, which is really weird to me. I don't see it, but um, I live on the outskirts of Tooele City, so maybe that's why I don't know. I don't see it. Let's see. Okay, Venezuela has far more accurately counted elections. Thank you, Trev B5. I've tried to say that a million times. In fact, when the UN came out to verify their election, um, the right wingers and all that were saying, or not even the right wingers, like even the neo liberals and all that were saying, no, they didn't want them to have a verifiable election because they wanted their oil, I guess. I don't know, but there was a news story saying that they had the the most verifiable elections of any developed country, which is really crazy. We just want their oil. But that was another discussion I had with my father. It was oh my God, he brought up I brought up Venezuela because he was afraid of socialism. No, he brought up Venezuela because of socialism. I'm like, no, you don't understand Venezuela. You don't understand what's going on there. It's like, yes, I do. There's a horrible dictator and all this stuff. Um, I don't think my sound is working. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm just curious if my sound is working. Because I don't hear myself, and that just is weird. Okay, maybe. Hello. I just heard something. That was weird. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so you can hear me good? Okay. This is driving me nuts. Um, I am not good with tech. But anyway, he's trying to tell me that it's just a dictator and they're starving and it's all because of socialism that it didn't work. And I'm trying to tell him that no, there's a reason why there's a huge group of Chavistas and why Maduro is still there and Guaido didn't work out and all. Anyway, I don't think I got to the Guaido part and how ridiculous it is that the U.S. can just appoint a president to another country. I mean, for Christ's sake, let Norway freaking appoint a new president to the United States. Wouldn't that be fucking nice? Hi, Sandy.
I made it.
You made it. Yay.
What
Now
a crazy day.
I know. God, I'm really sad that I had to go to work while your show was on. I
That's
got to finish
okay.
watching it. It was really good. It's sad when things that are depressing are good.
Well, yeah, but I read it in a way that just makes it realistic, and I try not to scare anybody. It's just these are the things that I find, they're amazing things that I find to read. And that's what I like to do. I've been doing this for a while now. Years, I guess, a few years.
Well, I'm
How are you,
fairly
Chris?
new. I'm tired. Of
Yeah, well,
course.
you did a Jordan Jeriton. I mean, that's a big thing.
I know. And the best part
Oh
was at
my
the end he
God.
said he wants to come on again. So, yay.
My connection looks terrible, Chris. I got this new modem now. It's raining. I just came through a rainstorm, and
Oh no.
Osama was saying to me that I should have talked to him about the modem and all this stuff. So
Osama's pretty damn smart when it comes to tech stuff.
it was an AT&T modem. I look like a completely pixelated woman.
Oh my
What are you gonna
gosh.
do?
I hate AT&T. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
well, that's what works here.
Well, I got AT&T on my phone and actually it worked better than CenturyLink, but I mean, I'd even done shows with using my phone's internet on my computer. So Osama is a geek. He is a geek, but who doesn't love geeks when you need tech help?
Yeah, this isn't going to work though. I mean, I'm gonna. I hope Maggie joins because I don't know. It's pretty bad. It looks pretty bad
It
on
is
my
a
phone.
little, but you look beautiful earlier today. I don't,
Yeah,
I mean, it
it
wasn't
wasn't
pixelated. You're
raining and
always
storming.
beautiful, but it wasn't pixelated.
It wasn't raining and storming, and I wasn't using Google Hangouts, so I don't know.
Oh, well, Skype doesn't work that great for me. I have problems with
Mm.
Skype. So,
I was using Ecamm Live.
I see my
Um,
camera won't work on Skype. It messes up my camera, and then I get kind of pixelated and funky. But is
well,
he a
you look
geek when
great.
it comes? Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I'm tired. I just came from a huge round trip to go to a stupid doctor's appointment, so of course I'm exhausted. But I didn't want to let you down.
well, you're so sweet. Well, as soon as okay, my daughter might jump on too for a few minutes. She's studying for she's got a lot of homework. She just started school back up, and so she's studying. But she's going to try and hop on for a few minutes, and then Maggie May said she was coming on, and she showed up in the chat, and now I don't know what happened. I gave her the wrong link to begin with, and that's kind of my fault. Oh, there she is.
Mm,
She's here. She's here.
I'm just,
Hello, Maggie.
I think I need to hang my modem out the door.
I think so. I can't hear you, Maggie.
Oh, she's muted.
I don't think I have her muted. I gave her the wrong link.
You hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi.
Yay. Hello.
How are you guys?
I'm very, very
Maggie,
tired.
you're dark and I'm pixelated.
Oh, you are a little pixelated. Yeah, I am dark. Put this light on. I don't know how that's gonna. Ugh, that's terrible.
Stop.
You're always beautiful, Maggie. Just put the. That's funny. I always just try to put the lights behind the computer. It works the best that way.
Behind.
Yeah.
Behind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's
John
in front
from
of your
Put
face.
the light behind
And-
me. Can you give me that light? We have an
Yeah.
apocalypse light. Can you give
Oh,
me the
nice.
apocalypse light?
I
Oh,
learned how
nice.
to do this from
No, I
John,
want the one.
actually.
I want it
uphill.
behind. No, this
Isn't
is on
it-
the side. I want it behind me.
Torstein says hi, Maggie. He's he's your crush. He has a crush on
Hi.
me, I think.
I never
Pretty
hear
sure.
that anymore.
God, me neither.
I think it's
You know what I mean? It's like you hit a certain age, it doesn't happen anymore.
keep them in the dark like everyone else. Hey.
Yeah.
Torstein says you look great, Sandy. You guys can read the comments. Why am I reading them to you?
How come I can't
Oh,
see
yeah.
them?
Oh yeah, maybe you're not. Pop them out so you can see all the nice things people say about you.
Yeah.
I can
gotta
see
get
them on my
phone.
phone.
Hold on 1 second. Gotta get my phone.
I don't care about the nice things. I care about what's going on in this fucking world.
I know, and there
This
was so
world
much
and my
going on in my
world.
head. Like
I'm
when I drive,
collapsing.
my head goes a million miles an hour, and especially, okay, I really hate dragging it because my dad, he's like, he texts me this big long message apologizing because like I don't know, maybe he watched my two shows after that conversation I had with him, and yeah, he felt really bad. So that's, I mean, at least he feels, I don't know,
Aw.
but you know that I still relive all the conversation, and I'm like, I don't understand because the same people that are worried about the migrants coming into the country. This is just really crazy things that go through my head. The same people that are worried about the migrants coming into this country and stealing our jobs and not paying taxes and taking Social Security and all this stuff. They're the same people that are worried about our population dropping in the US. It's like, wait, if you're worried about the population dropping in the US, we're not full for one. For two, okay, bring those people in, give them a Social Security, let them pay taxes because they would gladly work, you know, not under the table. They'd gladly pay taxes to live here. So that would add to the Social Security, that would add to everything. In fact, a lot of times the immigrants will pay Social Security, but they won't ever get the benefit of it when they're on a work visa or something. They'll pay into the Social Security, but they never ever get to collect Social Security. So why I don't get it. I'm yeah,
It's
insulting.
corruption.
Yeah,
And
well, there's
when a lot of people came into the country, it was because the elites, the oligarchs brought them in
Mhm.
and never paid taxes for them, on them, anything.
oh yeah, they just paid them under the table, and they wanted to keep that migrant workforce to farm the fields and harvest the fields, and they couldn't keep people there to work only during harvest season, so they'd bring them in temporarily and pay them dirt, and because and it was a tough job that you couldn't. Nowadays the farmers say, hey, we're paying $15 an hour, we can't get people to harvest the fields. You look much better now, Sandy. You're not
Okay,
as
well,
pixelated.
maybe whatever storm was going by went by.
Yes.
Good.
Pixelation went away. Things are going right. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna read some comments. I don't know. What do you guys think of the Jordan interview? I had to be kind of careful. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to ask him about overpopulation and everything. It was like, it was so for one, he talked too much for me to get too many words in twice.
You know
Which
what? I
was
came in at
fine.
the end because I was actually driving. So I just pulled over, made a couple of comments, and drove home.
Oh, okay. Well,
I didn't get much. I know that he does talk,
Yeah,
You
he's a
know,
good talker,
talker.
but you know,
Mhm.
that's what he does. I'm not. Arctic is falling to
You
pieces.
talk just fine, Chris. You're doing fine.
I wanted to interrupt so many times. So they're biting my tongue a lot. But you know, I Jordan is an awesome guest to get on my show. Like it's kind of really an honor. But and I love it the work he does with the water. It's really important stuff. You know.
Yeah, I've been following him for a long time. In fact, I I mean, he knows me from the convention, and
Oh
he
wow.
really doesn't realize, he knows who I am because I was really good friends with someone else at the time who he was really close with, and we were close, and she was coming on my channel all the time.
Oh
So
wow.
it
Well,
is
that's
what it is.
yeah, it is. Well, he's you know when once you get up to 45,000 followers and you talk to so many people, I guess it's hard.
Yeah.
So so
Oh, I'm
Maggie.
not mad. Oh my
Oh
God, I
no.
couldn't care
Oh, I
less.
wouldn't think you were mad. Oh my gosh. I'm not insinuating that. I just wanted to get Maggie talking because she's been putting out some fun videos. And I wish I had the screen sharing down. Last time I tried to share the screen, no one could see it. And so it bothered me. Um, I need Oz on. Do you,
Or do a test. We'll do a test.
you want to do a
One day we'll
test?
just do a test
Yeah,
where nobody gives a crap and then try out everything.
absolutely. I definitely need to do that. I just wish I had more time. Um, so what was the last one you did, Maggie, with strawberry and I didn't watch the one today yet. I haven't had time. I'm like that's like on my agenda because it's like, oh, Maggie put out another video. Oh, we can't hear you again, Maggie. Okay. Ah, what's
Wait,
going
wait,
on?
wait. Last time I touched that, I helped her. Wait.
I don't know what's going on. Do you see your microphone?
It
Like
says muted.
it says.
Wait, let
Hmm.
me see. Okay. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with her. Microphone. I have no idea.
Is there a little camera insignia and a microphone insignia?
Well, when I look at the little boxes down on the right, I see a microphone in her face, in her little box with an
Uh,
X, a slash through it.
yeah, but it's not red. It'd be red if it was muted.
Okay. Then I don't know why it's even there.
I don't know either. I mean, I can't mute it or unmute it.
Wait a minute. Is that better?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, I was hearing an echo, then, of course, because I had that wrong. Then I'm like, this isn't showing me. But then I'm looking at the other thing. Oh my God. Okay.
We're all good. Hopefully, you could
Oh,
hear me
it's
at
always
least.
comic relief when I'm on here. I'm not trying
Well, I think that's kind of the way the show goes most
to.
times. It's like, this is reality, people. This is not rehearsed.
Yeah.
So, oh, shoot. Oh, Kevin's here again. Kevin Hester. That's
So
good.
Maggie, what's been your recent inspiration on your cute little vids and bugs and things?
Yeah.
Well, the latest one, I put it out just before this happened. So I don't know if you saw it, but it was the Lord You Are a Dumbass, his latest video, when he was talking about matter and how we're rearranging, not creating. We always say we're creating, but we're actually rearranging. So that's what it's about. So the one doll is like making something out of, you have to see it, with rocks. And she's like, you're not, the other one's like, you're not really creating, you're just rearranging. That's the punchline. So I guess I gave it away.
Yeah.
But it goes through this whole thing. But I was in the middle of a creek on a rock doing it, like I jumped in, and it was cool. So I was there for a while. It's pretty nice. But
You have such beautiful water and flowers, natural habitat around you.
yeah, you know what?
Raccoons.
I never noticed that. And you know what's weird about the raccoons? I know I get all like spiritual sometimes, but I asked for that day. Like I was
Wow.
walking through the woods and I asked, source, the universe or whatever. I was just like, I really want to see something. The whole day didn't see anything. And then on the way out, they peeked around the tree. But it was cool. But
Oh,
I
that
was
was
so
nice.
when that happens, you're like, trying, hoping,
You can get the picture. I don't know how
yeah,
many
I wish
times.
it could have been better, but yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
so
cool.
but yeah, I never really noticed. I mean, I always liked the woods and hiking and all that. It's just I don't know. It's different now.
Hmm.
And
Kind of
I
hope
think
hyper
like
focus on natural things.
I am, and I think it's
Mhm.
because of the collapse that my consciousness is reorientated to it.
Yeah,
And I'm just
soaking it up
hyper
while you can still get it, and just
right. And
trying
yeah.
to remember everything, just trying to grasp
Hmm.
it. Yeah, I think I'm noticing more too when I was climbing. While I was waiting to climb, while they were getting everything ready, I looked up and there was a sundog. I've never ever seen one in my entire life. Have you ever seen a
Oh
sundog?
yeah. I've seen it in photos, but not like
Yeah, no, in reality, it was just there. It's a big rainbow
right.
around the sun, like a perfect
That's
circle.
cool.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I just like that was the best day. I didn't have my phone, or I would have taken a picture. I just wanted to soak it in. I didn't want to run up the road to get my phone and back.
Yeah, it was good you didn't have your phone, in that
Yeah,
moment,
I
I
just
think.
got to see it, and
Yeah.
yeah, I had
Yeah.
somebody else. I was taking a picture while I was climbing. Too bad she didn't have her camera out while that was out, but I don't know. It was really cool.
It
Uh,
sure was to see your pictures. I can't do shit like that anymore. It's great. I used to love to hike and do all the odd stuff, but I do it all on my property. That's all. I just walk around my property, the creek,
Well, you're good at
whatever.
that. Was the bee on your
yeah.
property? That bee you got? I was just so amazed by Sandy's bee video because it's every little detail of that bee.
Oh wow.
That
No,
was
we don't
amazing.
get bees like that here. I mean, very
We don't
rarely.
get that many, trust me. And
Mm.
we're
Right.
putting a lot of pollinator flowers in.
I need to
And
do more of that. I focused
Yes.
on vegetables. I need to
well,
do
we got
more
all that
flowers.
too, but man, this year with all the rain, it is like weed heaven. And
Yeah.
I go down there 5 minutes, I weed, and then I'm like in pain for 6 hours. It was
Oh,
insane today. I went down, so I'm going to get landscaping cloth and put it on the walkways, which I didn't do in between the raised beds.
Yeah. To
Kill
keep the
those.
yeah. I
mud
never
or
did the
kill the
cloth
Yeah,
weeds
before. That's a
just
good
put it
idea.
over the where the weeds are, at least in the
in the
walkway
walkway.
part.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I like my container gardening. It's not as hard to for one. I don't have to bend over as bad. I have a bad back too.
I don't do it much. My husband does, but every now and then I'm going out there thinking, geez, maybe I ought to give him some kind of hand.
Well, you gotta do what you can do. I don't know. We'd have a hierophant. Hi, hierophant. I never know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but hello, Gazar. And of course, Book Hermit made it before the end of the show again. That's awesome. Same reason we build stuff in floodplains constantly. They all want to be near the water. Yeah, everyone wants to be near the water. They want it convenient, but that's just not always the best option.
Right.
Right.
That's why they started digging wells so they could be a little. I don't know. I'm just making that up.
So,
And that's
Kevin,
what
are
a
you
vet
still
family
with us?
comes from.
How's New Zealand doing?
Shiva's gonna garden soon while we're waiting for Kevin to answer. Who knows if he's still listening to us? He might have gotten bored and left. Girl talk.
Yeah, you're right. We got S. Shiva. Well, we got a lot of guys, though. We got the
Yeah.
usual people, which is
I
really
know,
nice.
Michael. Hi,
It's
Michael.
like being home. Trev's here. Everybody's
Trevi
here.
vibe.
Yeah,
I
it's
know. All
fun.
these people were on the last stream too. So
Yep.
that was cool. It was fun having Jordan on. It's a little different.
And then I did one today, which I really like doing. So I wasn't sure, but I just felt the need to talk about my collapse. I was looking for an article on collapse and
You
made
were
it.
hunting for it?
Yeah.
Hey, Val. Val's here. Say hi to Val. I know. I mean, yeah, you look for it, you'll definitely find it. That's that's the trouble with looking for stuff like that. But that's an interesting article. I mean, and that was like a year ago, and then I'm like thinking, okay, well, that's worse now. That's worse now.
Yep.
You know,
Yep. 2
even but the amount of like Guy McPherson and Pauline are coming to stay with me next week.
Oh,
You should
cool. Wow.
Drop in.
Oh, crap.
Okay, I don't know who
New
he's
Zealand
talking.
bound, huh?
Who's he telling to drop in? My daughter should. Hey, Chris. Chris Foster's awake, he thinks. But my daughter is moving next month to New Zealand.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Next month, I have to I'm going to do a camping trip at the end of the month. I probably won't be doing very many videos that week because I'm going to be very busy camping. I'll probably do some videos while I'm camping and then upload them when I get back because there's no service up there at all. So I'd have to upload them when I got back.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So I was bringing up a conspiracy to my husband. It's not really a conspiracy, but I mean, it could be, you know. Okay, so, and then we just mentioned New Zealand, so this makes sense. The president of New Zealand said in 2017, he was talking about how if we lose the Arctic, we lose the globe, right? And that was the article was in April, but they were quoting him from March. And then in October 2017, he announced that him and his wife are pregnant. And in 2018, they have the baby, which makes no sense because, he's all about, I mean, there's more in the article than just losing the globe. I mean, that's everything, but he talks about widespread famine, just everything, disease, everything that's going to happen. So it's either heavy denial, like denial like this, because that's schizophrenic,
Mm-hmm.
or they have a plan. And I'm really starting to think they have their own plan that they're not including us in. Or maybe they're going to include us in later when things get really bad.
I don't know.
But I think the elite and the powerful have their own plan.
I do too.
Because people in the know having a baby, like people in the know.
Yeah. I don't
Like,
that's weird. A lot of people in the know, even the climate scientists that are suffering from eco anxiety and stress and depression are still have babies after they know. So
Accidents happen.
well, accidents
I know
do
biology
happen.
is biology and accidents happen. That's true.
Are you reading the comments, Maggie? Because Francesca Jardine, hey girls from New Zealand. That was the president of Finland. We only have a prime minister.
It was Finland. Sorry. Darn it.
Well, it's close enough.
Yes.
Whatever. One of those freer countries than the U.S.
Close
It was Finland. Yes. But yeah.
Apsataki
There's
is
other
from
examples.
Some has repeatedly said that if we lose the Arctic, we lose the planet. Okay, I remember. Okay, I remember that. Yeah, I could hear doesn't have a clue. James Cameron is trying to wake Kiwis up. Cool. And Kevin Hester's trying to wake Kiwis up too. Gotta love Kevin for that. Heard thunderstorms for Thursday's PM. Really?
Do you want me to read?
Book your denial is keeping you sane or not. Oh, hi, human. Human's here. Hey, human.
Oh, hey, Eamon.
I forgot to tell human how much I love him last time, and I told Bio. And I always feel guilty. Of course, I love all my moderators.
Oh,
So-
thank you.
You're welcome. So anyway,
But climate scientists that plan families that have talked about it and planned families after.
yeah, there's a few. I mean,
This is so
Hambo
weird.
talks about them all the time. It's
Oh, he
one of
does?
his biggest pet peeves.
Okay.
if you're
But I
going to
don't
worry,
know if I would go so far as to say it's a conspiracy or if it's a huge
Right.
case of denial where
Yeah.
they think, oh, it's really not going to get that bad that fast. And that happens a lot more often. We know these elites are absolutely nuts.
of
Let them
course
think that
they're
going to make it.
absolutely
They're not going to
psycho.
make it any more than anybody else is when the shit hits the fan. I don't care
No
if they're
kidding.
underground
Osama's
above
here.
water, they shoot themselves at the
Osama.
first.
Osama.
Osama.
Osama's here. Sorry. One of my favorite people. Osama. Of course, Kazar.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird
Okay.
to me.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean,
I don't wanna
Bell
know.
has said he thinks that maybe there's some kind of secret shit going on that we don't know about.
Do we want to know?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't.
I know
Yeah.
that our time is short. I know that we never know our expiration date. It's like, but I do sometimes stress about the suffering that will happen before, especially
Mhm.
with my animals and my kids. So
Right.
that's the part I have a hard time with. And by the way, I'm not sure. I got to talk to Book Hermit. I don't know if he's an entire, I'm trying to figure this out, if he's an entire climate denier. I don't think Book Hermit is. I think
Climate change denier?
climate change, yeah. Did I say something different? I don't know. I'm tired.
Climate denier. People
Yeah.
pointed that out to me and it used to like really annoy me. I'm sorry, big deal. Okay.
Okay, climate change, it's really global warming and all that.
Right.
Environmental destruction
There
is
you
what
go.
I prefer because that human overpopulation is the cause of everything. But I'm not entirely sure that Book Hermit is a denier. I think Book Hermit just believes that overpopulation far outweighs that, and maybe thinks
Well, maybe he has a point because if we didn't have such gross overpopulation, we wouldn't have such
yeah.
polluted everything on the planet.
And if we
thus
could
we would
collapse
have lowered
fast enough,
CO2.
maybe everything would be fine. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, man, there's a lot of powers that be trying to keep this shit together, and I don't want it to. Is that terrible that I want every civilization to collapse? I've been told that, especially from, let's see, human resources will not stop the heat and radioactivity from killing you. I'm sorry, I guess listening to the comments. As Shiva, there's different kinds of shit hits the fans, though. If electricity goes out for a year, will you survive? That kind of scenario that worries me the most. I'm not worried about electricity. You know what? Whenever the power goes out, I'm hoping it stays out. Is that weird?
It goes out here like all the time, but I'm getting solar panels and a battery powered system. And until the hordes come, like everybody says, oh, it's not going to matter. And the hordes are going to come get your house and fuck it, I'll be dead anyway.
I guess the nuke plants wouldn't survive. All the nuclear plants would melt down. So that wouldn't be good. Nature can't keep up, so we'll end us, Kazar. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. I don't know. I don't want to put. Let's see. I do deny that heat will get extreme in most regions, but it's already getting extreme. So how do you deny that when it's 90 degrees in Alaska? I mean, I'm pretty sure Torstein could tell you the temperatures in Greenland are pretty nasty and warm for that area too. I don't know. Oh, Dee Dee Sunbeam is here. I heard. I see someone saying hi to her.
I said hi.
Okay, I'm with you. I want all civilization to collapse. Oh, thank you. You didn't. I did not see you during Jordan, but I didn't get to see all the comments. I was trying too hard to focus and not mess up, not flub up with Jordan. Dee Dee's friends with Jordan, so.
I don't want to see civilization collapse. I want to see a right sizing. I want to see that that maybe there will be it'll be a catastrophic event, and not a lot of humans will live, but there will be some. So some scientists have told me, even with the nuke plants, that I don't get.
Right. How could
I
they
don't.
survive that?
450 nuclear plants. What I want. Okay, maybe I'm not wording it correctly. I want the financial system to totally collapse. Like, so the bankers don't get like all their jollies off of us in the end of days. So we would have to learn to collaborate with each other instead of depending on the banker system. So, all that shit wouldn't be I want the monetary system to go down. I don't know. I think people could collaborate and work together if they had to. If it was life or death, they would. Like people who knew how to run the nuclear plants and maybe dismantle them, which is what they should do, would maybe do that. And people that, were doctors could help people that were sick in exchange for the things they need, because everybody needs something. And we could just work on more of a barter system or something other than the monetary system that puts us so um, at different levels. Like it puts you in these social levels of haves and haves not people instead of everybody just working together in a collaborative
That can
society.
happen with the climate mobilization, that every community mobilize, and that especially where nuclear power plants are, if there were to be something that they would shut them down. It's not the 1980s. They can shut them down. And so perhaps there wouldn't be meltdowns if there was a planned response and we could declare
Yes.
a global climate emergency.
Right. And then everybody, it's like, okay, your stupid, fucked up corporate jobs are done. What are you good at? What can you do to help? And then we'll just barter those skills. You can grow food. Great. You grow food. You can do you can provide medical care. You do that. You can, yeah, you have horses for transportation and moving goods around. You do that. I'm like, that would be my job. And I'd grow food. I do too.
Well,
Things
one
like that.
scientist friend of mine, Chris, is saying T minus 14 and there's going to be a geological event. And these earthquakes and the things that are happening are linked. And this is not a person. He's not a crackpot. He was a bona fide scientist. He's on my group, and he's going to come on with me. But he's got a community. They have a community. So perhaps we don't know about the good people that have plans that include us, the good people that will see to it that nuclear power plants get turned down, turned off, decommissioned, or at least made less fearful, especially when we've seen these weather events and we've seen how the people at the nuclear power plants have handled them. They've handled all these weather events very well in the United States in the last 2 years. Well, training and preparation and mobilization, but all that comes with declaring a global climate emergency, which we should do right away. That needs to be done. That's one of the first things, because
but it can't be just words.
It's not. It wouldn't be. There's other people with plans that there's groups out there. I said the climate mobilization is trying to bring their sense of mobilization to all kinds of different communities, and working with, let's say, actual supervisors in communities and elected officials. But to get the elected officials to buy in, you must have a declaration. And then comes the work. But it's not going to happen until 1 million people die, unfortunately, or more in the United States or in a, Western nation.
Yeah, until they see it happen here. The Western countries are the ones that have pretty much all the control. They're already dying in other countries, that's fine, until they see it happen here. We're starting to see it. Look at all the flooding and everything, and the earthquakes in California, and but flooding everywhere. You wake up and there's like a new place that's flooded. There's Washington, D.C., and where was the last place just this morning that I woke up to see flooding in? Gosh, it was
the
a
Trump
new place.
Tower penthouse flooded. No,
I know. The White House flooded. There was flooding in the White House basement. But then there was a new place that flooded this morning. I can't remember where it was, but it was huge floods, just like Washington, D.C. It was crazy. It's going to happen so often. It's going to be a daily thing, and then people are just going to be, until it happens to them.
Right.
But it's
Hey,
happening in more and more places.
Can
Yeah,
I change the subject a little?
sure. It's
Maggie.
Women's Wednesday.
Okay, Maggie.
Yeah.
Fracking, Pennsylvania,
Oh,
your
yeah.
area. We're looking at all the beauty, but I had asked you how far fracking was, and
It's
I'd
a
love
lot.
to know what goes on where you are.
Well, actually, there's people in my family that have fracking on their land. So I could go up there and film that.
Is their water polluted?
No, I mean, it does light on fire, but
In their house?
yeah, but I
So
think
what
that's
kind of
only,
water treatment systems do they have, and did the fracking companies pay for that and provide that?
no, because I think they bought it after. It's not like they didn't own the land first and then the fracking company came. They bought it. It was already, they already had a piece of that. So,
Wow.
yeah. But yeah, I'm right here. So, um, there was a pipeline issue last night. I was going to go out this morning, and this town's really close to me. It's in the, yeah, it's in the north. So it's close to me. It was on the news, but the protesters were there for the pipeline at like 2 o'clock in the morning protesting this. So I still need to look everything up. They weren't there this like today. So I don't know why they chose to go out at night. I don't know what's going on there. So I want to find out about that. But yeah, there's a lot of, Pennsylvania, the shale. It's a
I should
big
hook you up with Kim.
here.
Kim Dupre. She's an activist, a pipeline activist. She's in
Yeah.
Ohio, but she's from Buffalo, and we worked together. We did work. I mean, we did things together when she lived here. I mean, in the
Yeah.
flesh. And but are you on Facebook at all?
No, I used to be on Facebook and I don't know.
I'll
Something
steer
about
her
Facebook.
to your channel. I'll steer her to
Well,
your
I'll give you my
channel.
email too. You can give me
Okay.
Oh yeah, by the way, Maggie May has a channel. She does an awesome job. If you're not subscribed to her, you should be. I know I say this all the time, but Maggie definitely does not have enough followers for her talent. She's growing for sure, but yeah, we need more people.
It's
Yeah,
comedy calls. It's gonna.
yeah,
But I
it's
do.
funny. It's lighthearted. It's funny. It's thought provoking. Sometimes you have to think a little bit. What did this mean? It's cool. I love it. I love it. It's so much fun. Okay, Shiva. Yeah,
But yeah, I
everywhere
want to get
fracking.
Sandy.
It's
I want to get
mark
hooked up
bikes.
here. I want to get hooked up with some people around here. That,
You should, because it's very rewarding to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to put my foot down and say, I don't want this shit anymore. And if we're going to
Yeah.
get off fossil fuels, even if we are going towards collapse, going towards extinction, whatever, we still have today, tomorrow, and whatever. Next week, maybe. And
Right.
maybe
And
that,
even if that's with me too. Even if a collapse is coming, I want to save as many animals and plants as I can.
For as
Yeah.
long as you can, right?
there you
Yeah.
go.
That's what
Try
I
to make
want.
a
That's
little
my
difference.
goal. And as long as you're focused on the living and life, then at least you're not looking towards death. It's like you're
What do
focusing
you
on the
guys?
living right now.
What do you guys like? What's your opinion on the global dimming, though? I mean, like I get, you get mixed messages about global dimming, and
I know. I think in the long run, global dimming would help the planet. Like, I mean, just because everything drops, and yeah, it would heat up really fast, and probably most things would be destroyed, but it would heal faster. I mean, the sooner it happens, the faster the planet would heal.
You
I
think they're
think.
going to stop flying
maybe.
anytime soon, making
No,
trail,
I don't think for
capitalism
one
trail?
you could cut down everything where they just stop immediately, like right now. So I think if you cut it down a little at a time, little at a time, little at a time, I think um, you're gonna get drop it slow enough. And if you regrow the forests and all that stuff and save all the wild areas that you can, that maybe you can suck some of the carbon. I don't know. All I know is the best hope we have is to regrow forests, save every last bit of land we have left.
Hang on, I'm muted.
Okay. You know what I mean? I don't know how you feel about that. I mean, I've struggled with this over the last few months, several months, 5, 6 months. I don't know. And the best thing I can come up with is just try to save everything we can, especially, the
Right.
vegetation and the animals, and not cause any more damage, not keep doing it, not keep destroying nature. I know that for sure will not help. It will make things go faster. So, yeah, I worry
Yeah.
about global dimming, of course. Once you find out about that concept, it's kind of scary.
Well, yeah, it makes it kind of it not pointless, but you add the global dimming and it's kind of like
I know.
if we lower the
Dimming is no problem. All cities will burn and provide aerosols galore. Well, yeah, I think no matter what we do, there's going to be right now. No matter what we do, there's already so many other things going on. There's throwing more pollutants up into the air
right. There's
that
tons of
I,
things.
I think all we can do is slow it down. And I don't think it's going to keep at. I mean, it's naturally going to keep adding to that. I think I'm not a scientist though, so and I don't pretend to be. So, Lord Hugh went on about AI and zeitgeist.
Anthony Davis. If more people, I love this one. If more people could legally smoke dope, there would be more global dimming and more people getting stoned.
Oh, that's great.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's a good
God.
one.
The best
Thanks,
thing to do is
Anthony.
read comments
Oh,
after
God.
I've done a show. I go back and read the comments. I laugh so hard. It's like, why couldn't I have seen this while I was
Right,
on? Oh my God.
right.
We have some really funny people in the chat.
Yeah.
They crack me up so much. Oh my gosh. You guys got to help me catch these. Great. Great. Yeah, it's a high fan. It's a catch 22. It is a catch 22. So that's my contradictions in my head is, yeah, well, but I don't want to make it go faster. And for now, stop fucking killing things. Stop mining places and doing stuff for what? I mean, what are we doing?
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? I'll tell you, if we stop, then we're all going to get offline and we're all just going to live within our little communities and our blocks, just like we all used to. And goodbye, that civilization. You know,
Yeah, well,
we love
I
each other. We
want,
love being online, but
I
it's
know,
going to go.
which would be really hard for the people in the city. And that's why I'm like even telling people in the city, like start growing your own food, like find ways to grow your own food on rooftops and where grass is. I mean, you know how
Right.
much freaking grass there is? I start growing food and stop watering useless lawns. Grow pollinators and food. And it will destroy the right. Yeah. Anyway, the left.
Is the
Valhalla.
question on
I
the
want a Terminator that looks like AOC. They're talking about Val says he wants a dictator, and then he's on the same page as Lord Yu. I want to see Terminator terminate the right.
Osama, the meek will inherit nothing, Frank Zappa.
oh, that's
That's so true. Also,
Uh,
look into the Great Green Wall of China. Similar things happening in India and Africa. Yeah, I
mm,
heard something about the Great Green Wall of China. What?
the
I've got to
Great
look
what?
into the
The Green
green,
Wall?
the Great
Oh,
Green Wall.
oh, they're doing some like a few good things for all the concrete shit things they do, and all the other
Oh,
bad things they do.
yay. No, I gotta research that. But I work a full-time job, guys. I barely have time to hop on and do the shows. I try to listen to information while I'm driving. I try to read a couple articles.
That's how
Oh,
you do it.
hey, Pat
That's
the
how you
Batman
do it.
fan. Well,
Can you
that's all I
listen to
can do.
videos in the car?
That's what I do.
Good. Well, then you're learning.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
sometimes I have to work too.
Yeah, you do.
Did you say hi to Pat, the Batman fan?
hey Pat.
Don Hooligan, hello. Don Hooligan's awesome. He helps me out. He says Putin has been warning about the dangers of nuclear proliferation, and the USA just broke that law.
We
Yeah,
did.
go figure. What about Trump and all his shit? Like with the environment, his stupid speech about the environment.
We don't have enough time to do that here.
I think everything's going down, and he's like, "Oh, let me just save face, try to say like I was doing things."
Yeah, look
Meanwhile,
how wonderful. This is the
That's so
the best climate ever. I can't do Trump voice,
pathetic.
but
People that
you know
came
what I
on with
mean?
him,
It's
those
like,
ass licking toadies, as Hambone would say, that came on and
Right.
said, "Oh, because of President Trump and this administration, oh my God, pull down your pants."
I know.
Jesus Christ.
Let me suck your dick. No,
Oh, you
there was
said it. I didn't. Oh boy.
this is Women's Wednesday. You get what the hell you
Right?
get.
Dirty
So,
games of doom.
right? But that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with all these cocksuckers, I will
Hey.
say it, in
Right on.
Washington, sucking each other's cocks and not giving a shit about anything else. So there, I said it.
There, you said it. Good. Yes.
Said.
Oh my gosh, I'm so hot. Whoa.
Yes, you are hot. Look at you. Oh, she's
Yeah.
doing better.
No, it's like
You have
so
nice
hot.
arms too.
My
I used to have
hair
nice
is
arms, not
sweating
anymore.
to my scalp. It sucks. It's so hot. It's 100 degrees today. For crying out loud.
Wow. Well, it was actually 90 here.
Wow.
Wow.
You're up north. I mean, I'm in a deserty place, so it's kind of to be expected. We should have had more hotter days sooner than we have. Usually we're like this on the 4th of July. It's like that's the hottest time of the year. It's like 100 degrees. So this isn't, but I'm not used to it anymore. When you go through months of 60 degrees, 70 degrees, and then suddenly it's 100 degrees, you're like, holy crap, it's going to kill me. Hate the
Oh,
cocksuckers too. I know. Sometimes you just got to vent a little. You just got to vent.
It's your show, vent away.
I will until I have monetization. It doesn't matter anyway, right? It's like,
I'm never going to be monetized. I doubt it. I don't ask, but I can't. And now there's some kind of controversy about monetization, at least on some channels. There's this little key thing that says you'll never be monetized, basically.
Trev says he hopes my dad is watching. No, but my dad agrees with the cocksuckers. That's the thing. He agrees on that part. There's that. He agrees they're on both sides. He just has really strange ideas that I don't understand about. He's so worried about socialism. It's like, don't you understand? Socialism is
No.
everywhere. Can you even name one fully capitalistic country that doesn't have any socialism? Because I don't know of any. There's not a country that doesn't have libraries or fire departments or parks or police, military. So there is no fully capitalistic country. So that is a non-argument. Socialism is a non-argument. I'm sorry.
I don't know why
Osama
it's
just
that
sorry.
issue though. Why is it that issue? That environmental issues they always jump to. It'll be socialism if we do it. No other issue.
I don't know.
Just
But that's the argument I
environmental.
hear so much. And
I know. I hear it a lot too from everyone.
It goes back to the philosophers. And
yeah.
it's a little bit above our tonight's pay grade to get there, but
Oh, we got to hold a good.
that's a Maggie one to research too.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. Okay.
I want to know where that's coming from. I really do.
Yes, we have to find out. I think it's a Fox News thing. But hold on just a second,
Oh no, it's
guys. This
before
is
that.
very important. Osama just asked if we have held a moment of good vibe sending for Sancho Panza yet. And by the way, I think we need to throw in Hambone too, because he's trying to get help for his alien communicator device.
Yeah.
So, and he doesn't have health insurance. So anyway, good vibe sending for, I don't know, 30 seconds.
Mhm.
Okay, we're good. Thank you guys. That was very important because,
Dee
they're
Dee asked if
central to our
Sancho's
life.
okay. I talked to
What?
Hambone earlier. Dee Dee asked if Sancho's okay. And it's going to be about a month before really the dog is going to be healed. It's going to be 4 to 6 weeks, just like human bones. And
They
he's
cut
going to
off a
have to
piece of his
baby him.
bone. A piece.
Yeah,
Oh,
they'll baby him. He'll baby him.
yeah, he will. They
That is the
called him.
cutest dog ever.
Hey,
That's
don't tell Tuffy that. Or Bear. They're
On
sitting
the
right
you-
here. They can't hear you because I have my earphones in, so I won't tell them you said that.
Mine are sitting here too, except for you guys.
Yeah, except for you guys. Gotta love your puppies. Oh my gosh. So anyway, we're just talking about the
Ashiva
socialism.
wants to know who's Sancho Panza. Sancho Panza is a little, what the heck is it, doodly thing that is,
Pomeranian?
it's Collapse Chronicles Sam Mitchell, aka Hambone Little Tails
Humpty
dog.
Dumpty Tribe.
Yeah.
All that.
Companion. A very little sweetheart of a dog who has
He's a cool little dog.
doomer fame.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's Hambone's lifeline,
Same.
I swear. Yeah.
How did he get the dog? I'm just curious.
We got the dog in Costa Rica, I think.
Oh, I
Right
think I
about-
asked you that last time. Why am I am like obsessed?
Not
with
Peru. I thought it was Costa Rica, but you know what? Somebody here might know. The island dog. Or it's not. Osaba knows. It's the island dog.
Harvard, I bet
always
you
forget.
he's half Chihuahua. I would think so. Don't you think?
There's
Half
there's
Chihuahua.
definitely
Oh, he's one of those little
Palm and Chihuahua, I bet. Palm and
breeded
Chihuahua.
things. I never
Mixed.
remember the name. I just know Sancho. Sancho loves it here.
He's a chippy hunter.
Yeah,
And I'm glad he never jumped off my second story deck.
Thank goodness.
Jesus.
I would,
Oh my-
and I know Hambone feels bad about that, but I would never think the dog would do that.
I would never have thought it either.
No, no.
I wouldn't either. I mean, I've seen him jump out of the back of pickup trucks while they were moving, but I've never. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
He used to be a chippy chaser. Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so we're trying to find out where this whole socialism conspiracy theory that environmentalism and socialism are some big dark thing that's going to lead to communism, and communism is the worst thing that could possibly ever happen, and USA is the number one country in the world. I don't know. It's Fox News. I'm pretty sure it's Fox News.
But I'm not convinced that global environmental laws would cause socialism. I don't understand where they're leaping to socialism. That's where I'm missing. They leap to socialism on the environment, but no other issue. You could talk about any other issue, but if you bring up
Except for
environmental
Medicare
issues-
for all, what else? So Social Security, all that stuff is socialism. But Medicare for all, they do that too.
They go into like New World Order, One World Government, only with the environmental. I
Yeah.
just don't understand the whole.
All right. Let me read something to you, girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eco-socialism, green socialism, or socialist ecology is an ideology merging aspects of socialism with that of green politics, ecology, and altered globalization or anti-globalization. Eco-socialists, oh shit, wait, I lost it. But do you get the drill here? Eco-socialists generally believe that the expansion of the capitalist system is the cause of social exclusion,
Well,
poverty,
that's
war,
That's true.
and
No, I
environmental
get that.
degradation through globalization
I get
and
that
imperialism.
part.
I'm talking about like why. Well, maybe that's why. Maybe because that exists. That's why conservatives always jump to they're only thinking about that.
They keep thinking about not helping others and only helping themselves. I mean, this is where I go. I'm like, but you don't want anyone else to be okay. And this is what happened. Okay, I'm sorry, Dad, if you're watching. It's just I need to work through these things. But like the people coming over, it's or the poor people. All the poor people are lazy. All of them. They're all lazy. They could get a job if they wanted, and they could make a living if they wanted, and they could do as well as they wanted. For one, not everybody is as smart as everybody else in certain things. Some people are better at gardening. Could I make a living at gardening if I'm good at gardening? Not necessarily. I mean, it's hard to find a job gardening that pays decent. I could go, but okay, so he's good at sales. He sells stuff. He can sell anything. He was a Kirby vacuum salesman forever. He sold lots of different things. Now he drives a school bus, which is something he really loves to do, which is great. But my point is, not everybody has skills and talents in areas that make good money. You know what I mean? And we need even a janitor deserves a living wage, and we should respect that field because we need them. And people used to take pride in their work, even if they were a janitor, even if I mean, even if they were a ditch digger, someone who built fences, they took pride in their work and they were fine, and they could make a living at it back in the day. Now they cannot. So I don't understand that concept. I
Val
think
just got it. Val
What?
got it. First,
Okay.
make assumption that climate change is fake. So why are they promoting it? They want socialism. So
Val,
there's your Fox kind of thing.
that's
And
so
I
funny.
read about the actual movement, the eco-socialism movement. So
Mhm,
together,
Yeah,
mhm.
that's how
That
it's
makes sense. I just wish we wouldn't talk about it in labels like that. Like,
everything's labels. Everything you read and everybody labels themselves doomers, this, that, whatever. I mean, it's just we
I
live
kind
in a
of tongue in
labeling
cheek call
society.
myself a doomer. It's kind of a joke. It's just a
right.
realist.
I take it more tongue in cheek.
Me
Yeah,
Yeah.
too. But
right,
others in the society
right.
don't.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no, when you say you're a doomer, they're like, oh my God.
No, I mean,
Like,
not even with that, with all the labels.
oh yeah, with
Boomer,
socialism, and they'll just
boomer,
rip you up. You even
right.
mentioned that
socialist.
topic.
They
That
want to pigeonhole you. Yeah,
I don't want to be pigeonholed. I want
right,
everyone to talk about topics and leave the labels out of it.
right.
Let's do
Yeah,
that. That would be
yeah,
nice.
right.
I don't know.
Okay, my label, they
Trev
call me
V5
hippie chick.
and military socialism. Trev V5. God, you're awesome. That's the kind of socialism I want to end. Thank you very much. You
Yeah.
go. That is a brilliant statement. And for the rich, socialism for the wealthy and the corporations. How about we end that socialism as well? That's what Democrats would do if they were smart. They would turn that whole argument around on the Republicans and the right wingers and the neolibs and all that. They should do that. Neolibs are Republicans, so you know what I mean.
Mhm.
And social media. What? Sama. Oh my God, we're not paying attention to our commenters. They will make you laugh so much. You can go. Climate change is not fake. Wait.
Well, that's
wait.
because
Wait.
maybe he didn't get the comment that Val. Did you get that comment, Gazr Gazer?
Reserve money as token, just enough is fine. Yeah, I think just enough is fine. I mean, why does anyone have to have more than they need? Stop fossil socialism.
I have more than I need, and I'm selling it all.
I want to.
I'm selling that camp that we had, that Hambone stayed at. I'm selling jewelry. I'm selling all my shit. I'm getting rid of everything. I'm giving away. I'm doing it. I'm purging pretty much
I
everything.
like your son. I'll buy that. You have that on, so you're probably not going to sell that one. But you have good taste in jewelry, Sandy. Because I used to sell. You have good taste in jewelry. You have a good eye. You do. But you're going to
Oh.
sell a bunch of. Are you getting? I was thinking about that too. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to go through here and sell some stuff.
If
I
I
would love
don't
to
do
sell
it
that
and
stuff.
something happens to me, I don't want to leave a mess for my kid.
Me either. I'm thinking I need to sell. I have a Briar Horse collection. I think I'm gonna sell that. Like still in their boxes and everything. Like they're probably worth something. I don't know. Briar horses, they're normally like $40 new, and then they gain value because they're
Right.
all collector things.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna sell those. I think I don't need them. Sure, I like to look at them, but that's
Right.
not important. I don't
I
care.
really respect those minimalists. I
I
really
do
respect
too. My
them.
daughter is one, and oh my gosh, she's so
Is
good at
she?
being a minimalist. She never holds on to anything. She'll have something for a short time that somebody gives her, and then she'll regift it to someone else. She's
Mhm.
amazing that way.
Yeah.
She,
And they
oh,
buy less. They have a different, it's a whole different outlook. I know I used to sell like vintage and antique items only because I love, actually it started as collecting, but I like old stuff. I have, my
mhm.
house is, it's the ultimate recycling because it's all like stuff I've found, you know.
That's
But
pretty much what our house is filled with. Old
I love
lanterns. You
that.
can
I
see the
love stuff
old
that,
Coleman in
yeah,
the back. We have
right.
lanterns. They're all old. They're all vintage
Yeah,
lanterns everywhere. Every piece of furniture we have was given to us. I've never bought a
yeah,
piece of furniture in my entire life,
yeah.
ever. No,
Mine's
wait.
I
from
I
love
the
did
that.
buy
States
one
There's
now.
a
I'm
couch.
digging.
character in those
I
things,
bought one couch
you
a
know?
long time ago when I first bought my house, and I didn't have a couch. I bought one
Mhm.
love seat and yeah, and a kitchen table, but it was like a $99 kitchen table, and I bought a love seat. It's probably worse that it was cheap because it was probably made in China. I don't know, but anyway, I bought two things, and everything else has been given to me or we've made. Like the desk, I was just
Yeah.
talking to Oz about it. The desk that is this computer is sitting on right now is made from old barnwood that my husband made. There's a shelf up here. Hold on. It has all my like the stuff my crafty stuff. Okay,
Oh yeah.
it's that was made by my husband out of
Yeah, the
old
shelf is
barnwood.
cool.
So you know we have the bed behind me was my mother-in-law's that she just gave us.
Right.
I don't. I have the bed that I grew up in. That's the one me and my husband sleep on. Is the bed that I had when I was a child.
Well, the older stuff is better. Like it's made better. The quality's better. Like I like I said, antique and vintage stuff, especially wood and just really good quality. But
Mhm.
I have a lot of art around here and just a
Well,
lot of
people
stuff.
give me horse stuff, like, and a lot of the briars I got as
Yeah,
gifts, but
right. And very
stupid little
collectible.
knickknacks. I've told people don't get me any more knickknacks for God's sakes.
Yeah,
As
I'm
people like
keeping
a
my
the
art.
teenager, I was saying I don't want to have as many knickknacks as my mom has because they take over everything, and then you have to dust them.
dusting. Yeah.
They're terrible. So I think I'm going to start selling. I, I s- I got rid of a whole bunch of stuff a couple years back. I just sold it all on eBay, and
Hmm.
then my husband collected more stuff. But it was all stuff from garage sales and
Yeah.
whatever. He loves antiques. He loves antiques, and so we have a ton of antiques in this house. Chairs. I'm sitting on an antique chair right now. There's antique chairs behind me. There's another antique chair in the corner. There's
But you
antique chairs.
live in a more rural community, right?
Yeah,
The antiques are really cool. I think antiques are cool anywhere, but especially there, it's cool. You know, you kind of don't want, you want the older
we have
items.
a manure spreader in our front yard, like um, an old one that used to be drawn by horses to spread manure.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, we have old plows,
The old
old
equipment.
stuff. Yeah, that's our decorations.
My dream is to have like a old farmhouse or an old Victorian house, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of
Yeah.
Oh,
work.
it is a lot of work. Even this house is a lot of
Trent,
work.
I
But
haven't
is
Every
seen
your
house
Trent
is
house
Black
like
an
for a
old
long time.
farmhouse?
Trent Black is here. Sorry, I haven't seen him for a long time, so I have to say hi. Where have you been? Where have you been? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Trent
So,
Black is a very cool name.
isn't it? It
Yeah.
reminds me of my when I used to model. My old photographer's name was Rip Black, and I thought
Oh,
that was
really? Rip Black. That's cool.
yeah. Rest in peace. No. Anyway, Trent, I don't know where I buying guns with silencers. What? Oh, he has quite the sense of humor. He'll piss people off big time if you don't get him. Can you swim? New Orleans is going to flood. Oh yeah, there's a big, huge storm going into New Orleans. Did you see that?
yeah.
It's really weird because it's like a hurricane. Well, it's not starting as a hurricane, but it's starting as a storm on land, and then it's going to go off to sea and become a hurricane and go back on the land. it's like,
That should
whoa.
probably go up on our page. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to putting anything up because I've been doing stuff all day.
Oh, but it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Jennifer Hines. Did you tell Jennifer Hines that we were going to
No, I haven't been home. I mean, I had been home, but I've had the craziest week.
That's really weird. July 10th.
We'll get her on. We'll get her on.
Just gave me a thumbs up.
You guys want to see the dolls I have planned to be you two and Jennifer Hines?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Now
that's-
look, I'll do it. Like, just let me show you the dolls first. Hold on. Hold on. Look at
this is going to be. Where she goes? Sounds like she's going up the stairs. That's hilarious. Okay, well, Jennifer Hines, I told her the 10th, and then she just, like, the last thing I said was the 10th. And then she gave me a thumbs up just now, and so I just
Oh, is she gonna come on? Did you send her the link?
I just sent her the link, so I
Okay,
don't.
maybe she'll come
Okay,
on. That'll
this
be
is
great.
totally gonna work. Okay, hold on. This is gonna be really cute. I know they're kind of well, two of them. Well, only one of them's a Barbie. The other two are they're actually the Robotech line, like old Matchbox. They're all vintage. Okay, so ready? Can you see? Sandy. This is Sandy. Wait.
Oh my gosh! That's perfect.
Okay,
That's
can you see it good?
perfect.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, so that's Sandy.
I can't believe you make dolls.
Chris. I know the hair's a little different, but this is Chris. This is one of the Robotech. I don't know. Can you see?
My hair's hard for me to do.
Over up.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Oh,
my
look at that.
Okay.
Ooh, sexy.
Good look.
I look like a
I
rag
gotta
mess.
change the outfit.
No, are you serious? I love this doll. She's cool.
No, I like the doll, but you gotta change the outfit because that bow on the. I would never do that.
Well, no. I know. These are just like
Just
they're
do
in their original form right now.
Oh,
And
That's
then,
funny.
of course, she wouldn't wear this dress, but this is what I was thinking.
Oh, that's so cool. Too bad Jennifer's missing this. I gotta
Jennifer.
see what she answered me.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Okay,
Like
she's
maybe it's like a
fine next.
podcast and things are going on. Maybe a bear shows up. I don't know.
Oh, that was so cool. Derek
That
Bear.
was so. How cool was
I
that?
screenshotted it and sent it to him. He was really happy.
Oh, that's cool. That was
The-
so
the
cool. I mean,
best
I know
picture
they
ever.
come there, but for that to happen at that moment, and the bear's so interactive.
Okay, I think Jennifer's coming on. You got to show her the doll if she comes on.
Oh yeah, Jennifer doll.
So that would be really cool.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh,
yet.
there she
Oh,
is.
there she is. Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Jennifer. Nice to see you.
Good to
Jennifer.
see you too.
Good to
Oh my
see you.
God, this is great.
I know. This is really the Dames of Doom Wednesday, Women's Wednesday Dames of Doom. Holy crap.
Right on.
How fun. Okay, you got to show her the doll.
Okay.
Maggie May did a doll of a Jennifer Hines doll.
Well,
She's working on Jennifer Hines.
I'm working. It's not going to be this outfit, Jennifer. It won't be this outfit. So don't, I'm just trying to get, like, if I do a podcast, like, just the face and the, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like and then I have Sandy.
Oh my God.
But it really was the only thing I could,
Now you got to make one of you because we don't. You have
No,
to have
I
all
can't do
Dames of Doom.
myself. I can't do myself. I can't do that.
Yes.
It doesn't work.
Well, what
But
fun
yeah.
is that?
So I gotta write a skit. Something happens. I don't know. But
Dan
I'll
just
send it
called
to you
us
guys
Angels of Armageddon.
That's a new one. I like
no,
that.
I knew Charlie J. Oh my God. I was with Mike and I was like, oh my God. I was thinking of that. Like, I could do a Charlie's Angels thing with Chris, Sandy, and Jennifer because the hair color is different. I don't know. But then I was like, how would I make that, like, to make that environmental and smart? You know what I mean? Like, it's highbrow here. So I'm like, how am I going to do this? I don't know. It's going to be funny, though.
That would be
But I'll send it to you guys first. I wouldn't just.
Oh my God.
Whatever.
Oh,
But yeah, those are them.
So you missed out on a lot of the fun, Jennifer. Dang it. Did I not give you the time? Did I say 8 instead of 7?
I didn't have any contact information.
Oh, well, I just do the link at the time, and I didn't hear back, so it's okay.
Oh, I
I
said
told
I,
you
I gave you thumbs up, but I just got off Zoom. I just was having a kind of a interview with somebody.
Oh, okay, cool. Busy,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah,
this is my second show today, too. So
yeah.
it gets a lot, especially when you work a full-time job and then you do this.
I know, it's huge.
It's a
Oh,
lot.
Jen does. She works full time too. She's busy.
Oh yeah, I think we all do, don't we all?
Mhm.
Well,
No.
Sandy, you're full-time trying to take care of yourself with all your
And my house and my crazy husband and the 5 cats and the rabbits and the deer and
The rabbit.
Da-da-da-da.
The rabbits. I want to see the rabbits.
I made you a video
I
and
know,
I
but
put
when
it
I
up.
went to my email, it doesn't.
took it
When I
down.
click on it, oh, okay. Now,
I'll put it back up if I know you're going to watch
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna watch it.
All right.
That was. I have a work email, my personal. I don't check it unless I know. Yeah.
I'll open it up because it was a stupid one and I just put it up for you and
Well,
then
just
you
put it
didn't
on
watch it.
private, and then you have to have the link
Yeah, I
to
want
watch
it.
it.
I want it. Okay.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll do it right now.
Sweet.
I can do it on the phone.
I was like, what?
That's awesome.
I want to see her rabbits. They sound funny.
I
There's
have
lots of
rabbits, but they're
I'm
pets.
thinking, Chris, I think you should do a show outside. Can you set up outside at all? Like
I
she
can't
has
do
to
live outside
walking
because
around. Those
because-
geese. Oh my God, they're so funny.
I love my geese. I do love my geese, but I can't do live shows outside because I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. So
Okay, where the hell is the bee video? I mean the
bunny
video.
the other bee.
Sorry.
Oh, I wonder if I deleted it, but I have it on my. I'll just upload it again.
Okay.
Thank
So what's
you.
going on, Jennifer, with you? What's happening with all your
Well,
projects?
Well, I do have a lot of projects going on, but I want to talk more about rabbits. Yeah. So this talk about rabbits, I had a rabbit close encounter today, unlike any that I've ever had before. And it was completely unexpected and kind of a little bit traumatic. But what happened was I have a tomcat and I live out in sort of a more nature area. There's a lot of rabbits around here. There are coons that come to my yard. There's skunks, things like that. My cat was out in the backyard. It's got some wildlife in it. And all of a sudden, I was actually on a conference call, and all of a sudden, there was this big scurry, and all of a sudden, there was this baby bunny in my living room, half chewed, and he was all upset, and the cat had brought him in or chased him in or something had happened. And then I was on the conference calls because I work during the day, and I couldn't get off, and I was typing and doing all this stuff, and I separated the cat and the baby rabbit. The cat went outside. The baby rabbit was in my house. God knows where he went. And he hid behind the chair that I was in, kind of an easy chair. And then a couple hours later, I finally had enough time. So I had a super busy day. And I went looking for the baby bunny, and I kind of pulled all the chairs and I finally found him and I saw him. And then try and catch a baby bunny who's terrified out of his wits. And I'm like, how is this going to end? And so fortunately, he ran into the kitchen and kind of lodged him. And he was really small too. He was just like this big, just a tiny little thing and scared as anything. And so I went to my garage. I'm like, I'm only going to have one chance. And if I miss it, I don't want him running into the rest of my house because God knows what's going to happen. So I went to my garage and I got all these boxes, storage boxes, toilet paper rolls, jamming them kind of under the counters. And I basically built up a fort. I built up a fort on 2 sides of my kitchen because I've got an island. So on 2 sides of the island, I built up this fort. So I could have a chance to catch this poor baby bunny that was terrified out of his wits. He couldn't have been more than a couple weeks old. And he was lodged right in the corner where it was just like so sad. So I just very quietly, and I was like, it's okay, I'm gonna get you. And I think he knew, and I just did really, really carefully, and I grabbed him. He struggled, but I held him just tight enough so he didn't escape. And then I went and I took him outside, and I put him in the front yard where there is no cat. And he can have he won't be trapped in the backyard with the cat. So I put him into the bushes, and I think he's probably going to make it. But it was a pretty traumatic thing. And he was such a young baby, and he was so scared. And so that was my rabbit close encounter today.
Rabbit close.
Yeah. He was a wild rabbit?
Yeah, absolutely a wild rabbit. Yeah, he was only a couple of weeks old, and I've never held a wild rabbit in my hands, and just fortunately was able to catch him. And I just held him very, tight enough that he didn't, kind of, because he was trying to struggle. And I just took him out, and I put him in. His little heart was beating, like this in my hands. He was so scared. Poor little thing.
I wonder where the mommy is.
I don't know, but anyway.
They're on their own young. They're on their own pretty young. I think.
Yeah. A heck of a life, right?
Yeah.
In my yard, they have a heck of a life.
Yeah.
You're feeding them funny.
Spoiled rabbits there.
That's funny.
Do you plant for your rabbits, Sandy? It sounds like they eat everything in your.
No, they don't anymore because we reinforced the garden again.
Okay.
And all my lettuce and everything is up on the second floor. And if they're going to hop up my deck, I think that would be quite weird.
Right.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's funny that they even bother with because they eat grass. Like, I don't understand why they don't eat all your grass, because you got tons of grass.
Oh, they're eating it. Trust me, they're eating it, but they're not going in that garden to eat anything else anymore.
Good for you.
Not me, my old man, his brother.
Hey, Jay Thadcast is here. Hello, Jay Thadcast. I try to notice new people when they pop in. So can you see the chat, Jennifer?
No.
Hair. Hair.
Oh, dang it.
I don't know how to do that. I'm not really sophisticated. At least I see all of us.
That's good.
Jennifer,
That's
time.
a step up from last time.
Val said, good thing it wasn't a bear, Jennifer.
Oh, I've had a close encounter with a bear too. That was scary.
Really? Like
Yeah.
you're walking in the woods?
Yeah. So this happened a couple of years ago, and I was, it was towards the beginning of fall, kind of like it was starting to get cold, but it was still a beautiful day. And about 3 miles from my house, there's a lovely open space that has just an unadulterated view right on of the Rocky Mountains. Gorgeous place to kind of just walk 3 or 4 miles, stretch your legs, have a beautiful view. And I just did it alone. And I was just kind of walking along, and there's sort of an irrigation canal that sort of goes along in it. Pretty deep, big size irrigation canal. And I was just walking along. I was the only person out there. And then all of a sudden I was hearing crunch, crunch, crunch. I'm like, what's that noise? And then I just froze. And down in the irrigation canal, which went parallel to the walking trail, there was a giant black bear.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm here alone, and it's right next to me. And I just completely froze. I didn't move a bit. And I just let him walk by me. And he stopped right when he got near me. He was like, smelling something. I'm like, oh my God. And then I just let him walk, and I didn't move. And then as soon as he was away far enough, I just took off running, and I ran back to my car. Like, it's a little bit too much of a close encounter with nature for my taste.
Oh, wow. No, I love that, though. If I seen a bear up close, I'm not afraid of them. And I'm just
I've
not.
always read what to do.
You can make loud noises and they'll run
They're
over.
not to be messed with.
No, they're not to be messed with. Yeah, and sometimes when you run, though,
They'll chase after you. They're like,
chase.
it's cat, we're a dog.
And
If we
climbing
run-
a tree isn't the best bet. But I was just reading that the other day. They said you definitely
slowly.
want eye contact, because you want them to know, like, you don't want to seem intimidated, but and walk backwards slowly. But of course, look all that up. I don't know, but that's what I read. To back
Yeah, I
up
learned that too.
slowly and quick.
or banging, making loud noises was something they would generally run away. So
Right. Or acting bigger than you are. Yeah.
mhm.
That's scary. Wow.
That doesn't scare
And
me.
they're
I'm
beautiful.
like,
I
down,
love
I'm
bears.
jealous.
They're beautiful, but still coming face to face with one is,
Yeah,
It
I
made
mean,
me
if you're alone, you definitely
Yeah.
give you cause to pause, you know.
of course.
Oh, probably for sure. I mean, just don't throw a spider at me. I would freak out. Okay, I'm okay with mice. Okay with bears, rattlesnakes, no problem. Even though I
Really?
got bit by one,
Yeah, oh
still,
my God.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. It happens. It's
You told us that
rare.
Did
story
you
was
have to have
awful.
serum? How did you get over that rattlesnake bite?
I yeah, rushed to the hospital and then got transferred to the University of Utah. And then, yeah, I had to have anti-venom for 2 days. It's
Oh
like
my God.
a series of 6. I thought I was just going to get a shot of antivenom and go back to camping.
Uh-huh.
That's not how it works. And
Oh,
it's
really?
so painful.
That's
But
how I thought it worked. Like they give it to you and you just go,
yeah, like, oh,
No
okay.
kidding.
Like a
Thanks for the
series of rabies shots.
I went through the rabies series.
Oh,
my
God. I've heard
Yeah,
that.
when I was 12 or 13 years old, we were living overseas and we had this beautiful Persian cat, great cat to have in the tropics. It was too hot and it was full of mats. The poor cat was not very happy, but we inherited it from another family that had left. So anyway, he was in a fight with another cat, and I was trying to break them up, and he bit me. He like sunk his teeth into my wrist, and then he died 2 days later.
Holy crap.
And yeah. And so this was actually in Southeast Asia in Laos, and there was no testing facilities there. So the head had to be cut off and sent to Bangkok for testing. And while they were, because I was living in Vientiane, this little tiny town was the capital of Laos, and it had to be sent to Bangkok, then analyzed. And while that was all going on, I was getting the rabies shots every single day in my
Ugh.
stomach.
Oh my
And
God.
so and it's very weird because it's very thick serum and it's a big shot and it's gray and it's
And it's in
nasty.
your stomach. That's
And they
what-
pull up the skin of your so it makes kind of a little bubble of skin. And that's when they say they poke you in the stomach, they do, but they don't like put the needle into your stomach. They pull the skin up and just fill the skin full of the injection. And so my tummy just got like full of red lumps from all these injecections.
Oh, that sounds terrible. That
I
had to be
know, it
very
was awful.
painful.
And then it was negative. The cat came back
Oh.
negative.
After all
Oh my
that?
God.
I know.
Oh
I
my
know.
God.
I know.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. I have a cat bite story. As long as we're on these crazy stories, you guys don't mind, do you? No, they don't.
Cat bites are awful.
I'm
yeah.
gonna have to go soon though, guys, because I can't sit in this. I
Yeah,
can't
I
sit
see you're
anymore.
very uncomfortable,
Yeah.
Sandy. If you can't sit, that's fine. I know you're, yeah.
And
I
I don't
just
have my.
think
I
you
could
should.
probably go get my back brace and come back.
Okay, good. Whatever
right.
you want to do, take a break and stuff.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay. All right. Do that. Okay. So you want to hear my cat bite story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my daughter moved in, Ariel, and she has a cat. Our dogs don't like cat. They think they're food. I don't know. So we only have outdoor cats. The only cats I have had have been barn kitties. So they see this kitty like from downstairs. This is my husband put a gate up since then, but they see the kitty that was downstairs that got out of my daughter's room and came upstairs. So they all went out to attack this kitty. And in one of my dogs, the big fat one, for some reason, big fat bear, yes, you, attacked the kitty and had the kitty pinned down in the door. I don't know, in the doorway, in the
Oh.
entryway. And so I had to separate the two and get the kitty away from the dog. And so I did, but in the process, the kitty like took a huge giant bite into my hand. Like,
Oh no.
yeah, and then my hands started when I got them all separated. Everything was good with them. They were all separated, fine.
Oh,
But then my
you got
hands
an
started
infection?
going up. Yes, and oh my God, a day after I woke up the next morning and it was like huge. My
Ugh.
hand was huge, and it was a weekend. It
Yeah.
happened like on
They
a
always get
Friday night, and so there was no place open for me to go. And so I hunted through all my medications. I found some antibiotics that I didn't finish. I started taking those.
Oh man.
And it's a good thing I did because that's exactly what I should have done. And when I went to the urgent care when they were open, the lady treated me like the swelling went down. It was almost perfect.
Wow.
It was fine. So she gave me extra antibiotics. She said, "This time, take your whole entire series, and I gave you some extra so you'll have them for emergencies." So, because she knows I stock them up just for emergencies.
No.
Because
We
you
do
never
that.
know
We do
when
with
you need them.
antibiotics. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I go on a long trip, if it's going to be someplace dicey and I could get sick and there might not be doctors around or something, I go to the doctor and I get some antibiotics and just tell them, I just insurance, give me something kind of broad spectrum just in case.
Oh yeah, I have sulfa tabs too for the horses, and people can take those, and I've taken them for issues, and they work really well. And I get them in like 500 count bottles for the horses.
Did
So
you
you
guys
can do
see
horses,
that?
but you can take them too.
Did you guys see that Canadian prepper where he was recommending well, he was saying that you can take the fish antibiotics. It was from that book, and
Oh really?
yeah, you can go to
Like
not
terramycin
now,
or
but like for like collapse to stock up on because it's the same. Yeah, it's a really good. He
yeah,
did
the sulfa tabs you get for horses, because I have horses, I can always stock
Yeah.
up on sulfa tabs. So I always have those. And you better believe those are going to be valuable in the
Oh
class.
yeah,
People are going to be needing something like that for infections and all that. And I have plenty of that stocked up. So I have my bargaining tools for sure. So,
right, or just for yourself. Yeah,
or just for me or my family. Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Doomer, wait, Domer zombie chick wanted must be like eating people and cooking toast. Oh my God, Trent.
Oh, that's Trent.
He's just, it has, we got to eat the rich first, though. Kind of not doomers. You don't eat the doomer. Or you know what? I've had a very long day. I might have to take a break because this is already going 41 minutes longer. But I don't. I want Jennifer Hines to get some time.
No, I'm fine.
might-
I just wanted to come on and say hi and share my little rabbit story.
I love the rabbit story. You missed my story, but the really cool. I had a fun rock climbing trip, but I got to see a sundog around the sun.
Oh, I love sundogs.
I'd never seen one in person before. It was
They're
so cool.
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Maggie and Sandy were talking about how we're noticing things a lot more. We're not taking things for granted. We're just, you just start to see things and notice things, and I guess that's a really good thing about what's happening is that you get to appreciate things a lot more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thanks,
Okay,
Chris,
guys.
for having us on.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming, Maggie and Jennifer. We had all the ladies on today, except for Deanna Meyer. She's going to be on next week. She couldn't make it. She was going to.
Okay.
But Deanna Meyer is going to put it on her calendar for next week. So I really want you, Jennifer and Deanna, on together because you're both from Colorado, and you both do great work. And I want you, of course, I always want Sandy and Maggie on. You guys are always welcome every week. Just put it on your calendar, like whenever you can be here. In fact, if you can't be here, that's when you need to let me know. Just plan on being here. So Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So
Okay.
that's what time I do it on. I know it's 8 p.m. Mondays because I like to work as long as possible on Mondays to get ahead of my work schedule. If that makes sense. Because I have to get 40 hours in and then I'm done. So I work as many hours as I possibly can on Monday, and then makes the rest of the work week easier. to work out.
Yeah.
So it
All
must
right,
be.
I'm logging off, guys. Thank you and love you all. Peace.
All
and
right.
like,
Love you guys.
Right.
We'll hopefully see you next week.
Yeah.
And have a
Friday,
very
Environmental Coffee House will be on Facebook.
yeah. I won't be on again until Monday. I'm taking a long break. So
Okay.
we'll see you Monday.
Catch us on Friday, Jennifer, me, Antonio, and Nicholas.
All right. Looking forward to it. Okay,
Me
Sandy. I'll see you on Friday then.
Yep.
All
Night.
right, guys. I'll watch you Friday too. Have a good night. Good night, Maggie. Night, Lisa.
Bye.
Jennifer.